Hey guys, it's Kami and today's question is about fishing spots, probably the number one not newbie question. Usually players start to ask this question after they hear that with fishing they can earn almost as much as by farming mobs, or even more than that, which is not really the case, but it has some valid point and I'll elaborate on it a bit later in this video. So after they hear it and start fishing for the first time, they will most likely get that something is not right. Those that have fished before already know that something is not right, and after that players tend to start asking other players or finding some info on that topic. Whichever way they get to this point doesn't really matter, but in the end it all narrows down to fishing spots which supposedly will bring you billions of silver. So what are those spots, where can you find them, what's the difference, and does it actually work? Let me break it down on some parts. The first question is, what are those spots? Basically, those spots are just some small water area which will yield you better fishes and more pieces of ancient ruins, which will result in more silver per minute than the other ones. Okay, so where can you find them? That's probably the hardest thing to answer on. The easiest way would be to run through all the rivers and swim through whole ocean to check where huge crowd of fishermen stay. But that is not the most accurate way, as most of players do it in the same way, and in the end huge crowds stand on some pretty bad spots as well. The right way to do it would be, as mentioned, to run through all the rivers and swim through whole ocean while trying to catch fish at least 10 times. When you stop, the more the better, every once in a while, the closer to the previous spot you tried, the better. Then write that all down on some piece of paper or type in text file and see for yourself what spot is the best for you. Also, I would like to add that while this video was waiting for editing phase, a recent Korean news brought a very interesting information. With one of the future updates you will be able to identify fishing spots by seagulls flying in the air above them. There's currently no beta, so just keep that in mind for the future. And since this video is in editing phase for almost a month already, I would like to add one more thing that is now known. Fishing spots were added to the client, at least partially, and it seems like there will be 3 different fishing spots. Fishing spots, freshwater fishing spots, and sea fishing spots. Probably they will just have a different animation with which you will be able to notice them. But since they are not there yet, who knows if that will be the only difference. Of course, excluding the obvious one about the sea and fresh water. Hopefully I'll finish this video before that, so that I won't need to add one more addition to it. Now you will think that, hey Kami, can you share some good spots? Unfortunately no, I won't. And I will tell you why. The problem with good fishing spots is that they change from time to time. Now here comes the speculations on what causes that. Some players say that games change those spots with their hands on some maintenance. Others say that those spots are changed by developers with each new update. Some say that it happens after depletion, which is a part of game mechanics and is caused by many players fishing at the same spot. And the rest ones say that they just change over time. As I'm not crazy over fishing and I'm not claiming to be an expert in it, I can't really tell you what is the true statement. Maybe even all of those are valid to some point, not that it would make any difference for the reason why I'm not giving you some fishing spots. Which is that after maybe a week or so they might change and you will be very disappointed with my advice. Not even to mention those of you who play on other servers. All I can say is that those spots are not channel specific and are the same on every channel, which won't really help you in any way. So the only way to find them is with your own rod or with the help of your friends and guildmates which you can trust. Okay, so does it make any difference? Yes, it does. For example, on bad fishing spots, like every second time you catch something, it will be some crap items, some broken barrels, shoes, bottles and whatnot. While on good fishing spots, you will get mostly blue and yellow rarity fishes, along with silver keys and pieces of ancient ruins. In any case, you will notice the difference. But is it really that profitable, and how much you can make out of it? Unfortunately, I cannot precisely answer on that question, and I will tell you why. First of all, most of good farming spots are in the ocean, and you might need some time to move from those to the nearest trader in order to sell fish, not even to mention imperial fishing NPCs if you want to take that income of yours on a whole another level. I'll make a separate video about trading at some later point in time. So in order to lower the amount of times that you will move, you will need to invest some cash into expanding your inventory slots, because as you know, raw fish does not stack. Also, you will need to invest your time into rising your fishing level firstly, before you will get a huge amount of silver out of it, because the higher your fishing level, the higher variety of fish that you can get, and many of those are blue and yellow rarity fishes. So for example, if you will go and try fishing on some fishing spots as a beginner in fishing, you might not see the results that you expected to. And finally, even Fishing Guru will tell you that you cannot outfarm top spots mob farmers on fish. But as you know, you can fish pretty much 24/7 if you would like so, because you can do it AFK. If you didn't know that and you are new to fishing, then check out my BDO Basics video about fishing with rod to get you started. So in the end, it is rather hard to say if you will get more by farming mobs or fishing on per day basis, because that all narrows down to your level and fishing level, gear and times that you can invest. I cannot verify it, but from what I know, top 24/7 fishing guru that catch fish themselves and all their AFK time can get up to 30 millions per day on the best fishing spot. In comparison, just by dropping one top accessory piece from mobs, you will already get more than 30 millions. But without lucky drops, you will need to farm on mobs at least 12 hours to get even close to those 30 millions. But let's get real, usually you won't farm 12 hours each day even if you're hardcore no-lifer. As well as you won't get 30 millions from just fishing AFK. Not even to mention the time that you will need to invest in this game before you will start getting that amount of silver. Of course, unless you are very lucky. So as I said, it is kinda hard to compare. As for the rod with harpoon, well, as I said, I'm not an expert in fishing and I haven't yet compared fishing with rod versus fishing with harpoon in the long run on the same spot. So on the specific question, you're better off asking some more competent fishermen, but as far as I know, fishing with rod is more profitable and I haven't seen even a single person saying otherwise. And finally, does it actually work? If for some reason you still haven't got it, yes, it does work, but you should be really into fishing and finding those fishing spots. The same as those who farm mobs should be dedicated to mob farming. And if you want to go fishing but you don't know if you actually should, don't hesitate, go fishing, there are a whole lot of drawbacks to that, as well as benefits. In any case, it is possible to make some good and stable income on it if you will be passionate about it. Hopefully I have answered on your question in a decent way, and that will be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.